Let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position serviceable for meditation. So think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap right over left with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. Try to maintain an awareness of not slouching, not leaning. Also let go of any unnecessary tension or rigidity in the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position. Just allowing the body to fall into place. And we begin to let go of attending to the outside world, allowing sights and sounds to be as they are without investigation, moving the mind inward, constraining it just to the body and mind. And begin to concentrate that awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation of the air as it moves into and back out of the tip of the nostrils. Giving ourselves the instruction to notice quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind, and then without judgment or frustration to lift our awareness up from those distractions and to place it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then when the mind becomes more calm, we'll generate a broad altruistic motivation for our time. So take a moment to begin to tap into, to recognize your own genuine interest in being happy, being free of suffering. And recognize that there are no sentient beings who are not similarly motivated. Every single sentient being places themselves in the center of their story. From the time that they wake up to the time that they go to sleep, they deeply wish to be happy, to be free of suffering, just like oneself. And the obstacles and the difficulties they face are just as painful as one's own. And yet all other sentient beings are limitless. And so to spend our time only trying to maximize our own happiness, to minimize our own suffering, without regard to the happiness and suffering of limitless sentient beings. It's a very limited way of spending our time. To truly tap into our potential, we ought to include the needs of others, to work not only for one's own benefit, but for the benefit of those limitless sentient beings. In order to be successful in that, I must acquaint my own mind deeply with virtuous states of mind that give rise naturally, spontaneously to beneficial actions, and separate my mind from non-virtuous, destructive states of mind that naturally, spontaneously cause me to harm others. And by transforming my mind in this way, I will become more and more beneficial for sentient beings, more and more capable of working for their benefit. So we take that as the purpose of our time, that process of inner transformation. And then with that motivation, when we contemplated the obstacles to joyous effort, one of those obstacles, one of those forms of laziness was attachment to worldly activity. So by contemplating impermanence, we can begin to reduce our craving, attachment for worldly activity. And today we'll contemplate the wisdom of impermanence. So briefly return to the breath as the object of your meditation, following the sensation of the breath all the way through the body and back out. And then on the next inhalation, follow the sensation of the breath down to the level of the heart. Holding your awareness at the level of the heart, feel as though your awareness begins to dawn from within the heart center, letting go of the perception of looking downward, but thinking as though one's awareness blossoms from within the heart center. And then allow that awareness to spread throughout the physical body, becoming aware of the many different parts of the body. The arms, the legs, the head, and torso, all of the constituent parts of the body. The blood circulating throughout the body, the skeletal system, the muscular system, the nervous system, the respiratory system. Moving your awareness throughout the body, becoming aware of all of these interconnected parts of the body performing their functions simultaneously. And think on a subtler level of the molecules, the atoms, subatomic particles comprising the body, how in each moment so many are coming into existence and so many are going out of existence. In constant flux and change throughout the body in each moment. But I get a sense of the difference between how the body appears as a monolithic, singular entity that we take care of and we try to bring pleasure to, versus how the body actually exists as this vastly interconnected entity of countless parts that are never the same in any two moments. And then begin to let go of the body as the object. Begin to move your awareness into the mind. becoming aware that it too is composed of many different aspects. Begin to watch the river of mental events occurring in the mind, recognizing thoughts, perceptions, feelings, memories, one following after the other, after the other. Just observe without engagement with this ever changing flow of mental events. And begin to allow your awareness to travel outward, becoming aware of the objects in your room, your home, and recognize that these objects are not the same as they were yesterday. That on a subtle level, they too are changing moment by moment by moment. And think of all of the things that you enjoy, that you are attached to, and all of the things that you find aversive, difficult, that you wish to be separated from. And think of how these appear to the mind as if they were permanent and unchanging, and yet their nature is change. They, like everything else, are never the same in any two moments. Try to generate an understanding in the mind that it's self-defeating and unrealistic to cling to things as though they were permanent, when that is the exact opposite of their nature. That which is pleasing will disappear. That which is unpleasant will end. So try to let go of fighting against the nature of things. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together. And we'll dedicate. So recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you've actualized that motivation which has generated positive energy in your mind. Think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice, that positive energy for the benefit of all sentient beings, without exception. Thinking strongly when this positive energy ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment, so that I might work for the benefit of all sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. And may I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.